This episode of Snack Size is sponsored by Twin Cities Gay Scene, the online magazine for GLBT events, happenings, and culture in the Twin Cities area. Head on over to twincitiesgayscene.com to check out the bi-weekly magazine and be sure to sign up for the weekly Scene Shot email blast for chances to win fabulous prizes. Once again, that's twincitiesgayscene.com. Be fabulous and be seen. Hey, what's up, world? Welcome to Snack Size, the podcast that will drag you into your most fabulous life. I'm your host, Lala Luzious, also known as the snack of the Twin Cities. I decided for myself that I can be whatever I want to be, so I decided to be a drag queen. And if I can live my dreams, you can too. The time has come to believe in yourself enough to turn your ideas into more than mere words. And no matter what you are doing in life or where you want to go, I want to help you get there fabulously. Our 10 minutes starts now. Hey snacks, welcome to episode 2 of Snack Size. Today we are going to the movies. Well, I should say we are going to talk about one of my favorite movies, which chances are you've probably never seen, but maybe you have. It's one of those movies that actually isn't just a snack. It's a whole lunch buffet of good laughs and one-liners to live by. But we only have 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna give you the snack size version. The movie is titled To Wong Foo, Thanks for Everything Julie Newmar, released in 1995, starring Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo as 3 New York City drag queens who embark on a road trip spreading love and glamour and ultimately changing the hearts and minds of the people they meet along the way. In the movie, the characters played by Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze meet John Leguizamo at a drag beauty pageant and take him under their wing and reveal that there are 4 steps to becoming a drag queen. And that is what today's episode is about. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, you may think I'm going to discuss how to get in full, glamorous, divalicious drag. And while that would be fun, that is not what these steps are. They can apply to any person and will work with whatever your goals are. So even if you don't want to be a queen, just learn from one, like you're doing right now. I'm going to talk about all 4 steps and some ways you can go about applying them to your life. Let's get started with the 4 steps to becoming a drag queen. Step 1. May good thoughts be your sword and shield. Good thoughts are essential to living a happy life, and maybe you already have days where you're very positive and optimistic about your life. That is great, and it's important to keep that going whenever you can for as long as you can. However, it is unrealistic for you to never have a negative thought or bad day again. So let's talk about those days that maybe aren't so fabulous. The key to mastering this first step is to keep the good thoughts at the front of your endeavors. This is something I have struggled with in life. I can tell you from my own experience that seeing the good in every situation isn't easy. It's a choice you have to make every day, but it is worth it. There are 2 ways I have applied this step in my life. First, I accept my emotions. What that means is, no matter what I'm feeling, I accept it for what it is. If I'm mad, then I accept that I'm mad. If I feel like crying, I do it. If I'm happy, then I enjoy the moment. I simply acknowledge and accept my thoughts and feelings as they are. Accepting your feelings instead of hiding them or thinking you should feel differently will give you clarity about any situation. This is because you are being honest with yourself and you can make decisions for your life honestly considering how you feel. Once you have accepted your emotions, the next step is to, as Tim Gunn says on the TV show Project Runway, make it work. Let's say you're having a bad day. That's okay, but it doesn't mean the whole day has to be bad. Maybe you can commit to checking a few things off your to-do list, or do something special for someone you love. Take time to go on a walk or listen to your favorite music. The point here is to make the situation the best it can be. Maybe you will still have a bad day, but if you can make the situation any better than what it is, you should always do it. The same goes if you're facing a challenge or in a difficult situation. Never go into anything saying, this can't happen, or this won't work. Before you jump to that conclusion, ask yourself, how can I make this work? Accepting how you feel and making it work will provide you with the sword and shield for any situation. Step 2. Ignore adversity. Everyone in life faces some type of adversity. And when we are talking about ignoring adversity, it doesn't mean close your eyes and pretend it isn't there. This step is talking about having resilience in the face of adversity. I found when it comes to life and following your dreams, your biggest strength is not in what you can do, but rather what you can overcome. If you commit to having the willpower and mental stamina to overcome challenges, then you surely will be successful at whatever you want. When I started doing drag, it was a very different world than we live in now, and people were not as accepting of my choice to be a man and dress as a woman. Part of ignoring adversity is understanding that not everyone will understand you or your dreams and goals. You may not fit in or get along with everyone. What is most important is that you understand what you want and believe in yourself enough not to feel a need to change who you are for others. After all, it's easy to take the beaten path, but the greatest people in history, in some way, at some point in their lives, went against the grain and took the road less traveled. That is what made them so great. So again, not everyone will understand you. But it doesn't mean everyone won't understand you. You may be sitting on the next great idea right now, and the world just has to catch up with you. This is exactly how the world changes. Be bold enough to live life on your terms and never, ever apologize for it. Step 3. Abide by the rules of love. This step is open-ended, and that's a great thing for what we're trying to do here. I say this step is open-ended because there isn't just one way love can come into your life. You can have love from people, whether that be your partner or family and friends. You can have love for what you do for work or a hobby you love. You can also have the love that comes with spirituality, whatever it is that you believe in. The love I want to talk about on this episode is what I found to be an important but often forgot about type of love, and that is self-love. The best way I've heard the importance of self-love described is a well-known quote by American singer Eartha Kitt. In talking about relationships, she said, "It's all about falling in love with yourself and sharing that love with someone who appreciates you, rather than looking for love to compensate for a self-love deficit." It's important to know that whatever it is you're looking for out of life, it cannot and will never replace the need to care for, value, and love yourself. Some ways that I have found to practice self-love are as follows. 1. Become mindful of your wants and needs. You should always take care of your needs and always be working towards what you want. 2 is I set boundaries. You'll love yourself more when you set limits or say no to work, people, or activities that deplete you or harm you physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You should absolutely be mindful of others and their feelings, especially the people that lift you up in life. And if you love what you do, you should work hard at it every day, but it should never come at the cost of you feeling unhappy or empty with your life. And lastly, forgive yourself. We as humans can be so hard on ourselves. You have to accept your humanness before you can truly love yourself. Practice being less hard on yourself when you make a mistake. Remember, there are no failures if you have learned and grown from your mistakes. There are only lessons learned. Step 4. Larger than life is just the right size. This step is best complemented by another line from the movie, when Wesley Snipes says, "If you want them to know there is steak for dinner, you got to let them hear it sizzle." Understanding this step is simple. Life is a gift we only get for a short time, so do it big while you can. Now is the time to start living your happy, fulfilled, most fabulous life. And if someone says you're too much, ask them, are you even enough? And just like that, now you are queen too. See you next time. Hey Snack, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, you can get every episode of Snack Size on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Let's keep the conversation going. If you have questions or feedback, don't be afraid to say hello at lala@snacksizepodcast.com. And if you want to support my podcast, head on over to paypal.me/snack size podcast. Until next time, go be fabulous.